Alright, we're going to start the webinar. Welcome everyone across the world. Welcome to the second in a series of 3 webinars that aim to help you fundraise successfully from a range of donors. This webinar is organized by Funds for NGOs, one of the best websites to help NGOs find funding for their projects, and In Progress, an international NGO capacity building organization. The webinar is split into 2 parts. We will start with a presentation of about 1 hour that provides participants with the information they need to succeed. The last 30 minutes of the webinar will be used for a live question and answer session. Thank you all for participating, a warm welcome, and let's start with today's webinar.
Good morning, everybody.
For any technical issues, please visit the Global Customer Support page at GoToWebinar. We have already received some questions, so please feel free to use the webinar panel to type in additional questions at any time. The webinar itself is being recorded, and along with the slides of the presentation and related materials will be available online, and participants will receive an email with more instructions on accessing the information following the webinar. Today's topic is how to raise funds from European foundations, and the goal of today's webinar is to help NGOs across the world to find and successfully apply for European Foundation funding. Let me welcome one of today's trainers, Eric Dedeker.
So good morning, everybody. Welcome. We have many participants from all over the world. I see there's people joining us from the UK, from the Netherlands, from Nigeria, Uganda, India, the United States, and many more countries. So we're very excited, and it would be great to learn also from you, maybe in your questions. We can learn a little bit about the type of work your organizations are involved in. And just very quickly, our office is next to the UN on the right, and here you see me standing in front of our office building, or at least where we have a small office. And I work with Philanthropia together with Megan, and we're a consulting company that focuses on cross-border giving. And mostly the focus of our business is on institutional giving, so from foundations, multilaterals, governments, and corporate foundations. And I've been working in non-profits, in the non-profit field for, I think, well over 20 years, and in fundraising for more than 10. And I've fundraised from many European foundations, including some of the big names, such as EVOS and Secret Browsing and Oak Atlantic. Some of you may have heard of those, but also some of the smaller ones that are not so familiar to most people. Now, today's webinar, I think it's important to note that we have many people on, and I don't think all of your questions will be answered in the Q&A session at the end. But my suggestion to you is to email us with any specific technical questions at any time, and in the resource materials we will send you that will contain our email addresses, and we can try and answer those questions one-on-one. And a selection of interesting questions we'll try and answer in writing, put together in a short resource sheet, and then we will share that with all participants. So just to let you know, we have participants from all backgrounds, levels of ability, etc. So we have to strike a bit of a balance in how we and what we present. So some of the information will be fairly basic, if you will, and some will be quite a bit more sophisticated. It's a mix of both. And I think if you have specific questions, like I said, that are quite technical or relate more to your organizations, then feel free to ask those either online or later on via email. So let's start today's webinar. So today's question, can I successfully fundraise from European foundations? Take a minute to think about that. Can you? Well, I guess since you're all on the webinar, you feel there's an opportunity there, or you're here to find out.